Anything else before? We have a question back there. Yep.
This one's specifically for the Havok left. A few questions ago you mentioned a stagnation with the monopoly of technology. As a physics, middleware company, what are your views of the physics technology and furthermore NVIDIA's acquisition of the tech as a whole?
I guess, PhysX, which is the NVIDIA acquisition, or GIA. PhysX is, it's starting to, it's our biggest competitor, and it definitely keeps us on our toes. So I guess that's what I kind of mean by the stagnation of it. If it weren't for PhysX, we wouldn't be quite as necessarily, pushing the envelope as much as we are now. But as far as a whole, I mean, you've got some other interesting physics solutions out there. You've got ODE, you've got Bullet, the free solutions, which are nice, and I think it's a good alternative for, it's definitely a price point that's difficult to compete with. So those are some nice alternatives. It's nice that those are out there as well for those that don't want a cheaper solution. But as far as the industry as a whole, where it's going, I think because of companies like PhysX and Havok, and even Bullet and ODE to some extent, we're going to see, we're just going to see more physics. We're going to see more destruction type physics, and maybe some more different types of physics. So it's traditionally been things like rigid bodies and destructible rigid bodies. And now we're starting to see things like soft body physics. I know physics has a solution. We've got a solution as part of cloth that does some soft body stuff. But there's a whole range of physical phenomena out there that haven't really been touched on in physics and traditional physics simulations. So I think that as platforms become more powerful and we have these different companies kind of competing in the same space, we're going to see a lot more different types of physics. We'll see more physics, and we're going to see a broader range of phenomena that are going on.
More questions out there? We'll go quiet. How are we doing for time? Are we okay? Yeah. I've got another question here. In terms of the current climate in this country and the fact that things are pretty difficult, a lot of people are looking at actually setting up their own studios. What kind of support do you give to small startups, students who are just leaving college, indie developers who want to actually go pro, and this kind of way can you see yourselves helping or in general growing an industry from the grassroots?
My observation is there's a lot of really talented developers here. I mean, you've got some big companies, but there's a lot of smaller or indie developers looking, just waiting for their breakout moment. UDK is, from our standpoint, that's one of the reasons we put it out there. We want those groups to band together around a technology. It has to be UDK. If they're making iPhone apps, it could be a different kind of technology. But for PC and hopefully eventually Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 stuff, they can go around our stuff and develop apps, develop game applications. One of the things is I was walking around last night. I met a few folks who are independent developers. It was like, I'm a programmer, I'm a level designer, I'm a sound, and I was like, well, what are you guys working on? Well, so, well, hey, programmer, you come over here. Sound guy, come over here. Make a company. Go out and figure this out. Get together, working on an idea, incorporate and start building something that will eventually lead towards some wealth. It's hard these days to make. It's not impossible, but it's hard these days for a one-man operation in a garage to build a game from soup to nuts. It's a team effort. And if you want to compete with even the smaller, the independent or casual games that are coming out, ratcheted the whole casual thing to a new level, then you need to band together. I mean, there's a bunch of fantastic talent here. Group up, form companies, great wealth.
And from our standpoint, I mean, it's a free, you can test with us for free. I mean, we'll definitely help you get started. That's not, from our standpoint, we encourage that. I know all of it, I'll speak for all of us here for a second. I know we all do. So there's no risk from that standpoint. So if you've got a bunch of creative people, I mean, and the fact, like Jay's talking, you can see it. So if you get the right people in the room, and then they get their hands on some really solid technology, and they don't have to focus on that, they can focus on the creative side, it's amazing the things that they can do. And we're here to support that activity.
I mean, we're your biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think startups and independent developers, especially if you have limited resources, middleware can really be a huge help. And I know at Havok we have some devices in place to kind of help out with that. So we do try to work with independent developers, and before a publisher has been secured, for example. But also we have a free version of a couple of our products that like a binary only, no source, form supported, so you don't have your own support team. But I think that kind of helps people, not only introduces people to our products for us, but it also kind of helps either very small teams or independent developers kind of get to use Havok before they want to go push it a little further and go larger time with it.
We have time for a couple more questions.
Certified in Havok or any other technology for that matter, it depends on what area. So it's a bandwidth issue on the business side. I think the university solution is probably the most realistic because you have to be kind of building a game versus just going through and answering questions. It'd be a little hard for us.
Build a portfolio piece. I mean, what you want to do is get access to the free tools that we have out there. Take advantage of that individually, or if you're an animator, build kick-ass animations. Have a portfolio. But better yet, if you have a team, animator, sound designer, with some creative idea with all the programming, build an actual game. Take the game up. Nothing smells of success like success. So put something out there. Hey, we're the guys that made Project X. Project X kicks ass. You want us?
Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be very difficult to have a certification program like that unless we certainly wouldn't have the bandwidth. We would need to have almost hire extra people just to issue the certification. But I guess actually thinking back to personal experience, when I was my education background was in physics and mathematics. So when I was searching for a programming job, fresh out of college, I didn't have a programming certification. I didn't have a degree in computer science. So I built a portfolio. And that's what I took around. So I think that would probably speak louder